Welcome to That Art Show, an occasional series that brings you closer to art and celebrates the art of life. I'm Robin Nye, Manager of Art Programs for the City of Tampa, and I'm glad you're here. Simply put, Tampa is a creative place because it is filled with creative people. And just for a little while, we are going to look at how collaboration plays a role in the artistic process. We call it making art with friends. Later in the show, we'll feature an artist whose journey has taken her from orchestral halls to Irish pubs. First though, Bayshore Boulevard is distinct among roads within the city of Tampa. Why? Because this scenic road has the world's longest continuous sidewalk. Strollers, bikers, and joggers from all over the city head to Bayshore's linear park for recreation. The City of Tampa's public art program had the good sense to place art within the medians found on Bayshore. Recently, one of the most popular art installations along that median was in need of repairs. So the City of Tampa sent a well-known fleet maintenance team to remove and repair this very popular work of art. I caught up with the team as they were putting the art all together again. Juan Martin is a paint and body man in the Department of Fleet Maintenance. He and his team are used to working with horsepower, but nothing quite like this. A herd of metal horses by artist Bud Olson comprise a public art grouping called Equanimity. This work of art has a highly visible location in a median along Bayshore Boulevard, but time was taking a toll on the sculptures.
They were bad.
So Martin and his team took them away to be repaired. A few of the repairs were done back at the body shop.
I fixed those legs, it was all rusted out. I reinforced it, weld new pieces on them.
Other repairs were done by an independent contractor. And now, after several months, it's time to bring them out of the stables.
As we're reinstalling them, people are coming by and waving and taking pictures.
Tim Perry, manager of fleet maintenance, was eager to talk about a discovery Martin's team made. So Tim, tell me some of the things you discovered about these sculptures.
Well, one of the most interesting things we found, up in the ribs of one of them, we found this, which is a magnetic key holder. And it turns out it was a geocache log.
And what's a geocache?
Geocache is a game that people play with GPS coordinates and whatnot, and they'll go out and they'll hide something, and in this case it's simply a log, and people will go on to a geocache site and they'll find one that they want to go look for, and basically people go out, they hide stuff like this, or they hide little boxes with trinkets in it, and you go to the coordinates and then you look around and you try to find it, and once you do, you'll record when you came to it and then put it back. And it looks like in this one, the latest was October of '07 was the last time somebody found this one and put it in here.
Wow.
So we're going to have the guys who are doing the work here sign this and put it back, and then we'll repost it on one of the geocache sites and other people can come look for it.
Martin and his team are proud of the work they have done.
Now everybody knows that I did work on the horses. I'm going to bring my grandchildren to see the horses.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to bring them up.
Equanimity is on display 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Come on down to Bayshore Boulevard and take a look. On this edition of That Art Show, we're exposing you to works of art sustained or made through collaboration. There are many artists who've merged their natural creative skills to produce something authentic and beautiful. Melissa LeBaron ran into such a pair in the Tampa neighborhood known as Davis Islands. Celso Gonzalez and Roberto Biaggi talked with Melissa about their latest project.
Very soon, the historic Roy Jenkins Municipal Pool in the Davis Island neighborhood will reopen to the public. On that day, a new generation of swimmers will see just what made this pool so special in the first place. But that's not all. Roberto Biaggi and Celso Gonzalez are putting the finishing touches on a mural located on the upper-level pool deck. Their company is called Zero Design and Built. Susan Klaus-Smith was part of the art selection committee for the pool. She says examples of their work called out to her and her peers.
there was just an energy and a vibrancy in the work of Sarah's that they had done for prior clients that really spoke to the group, I think. There was a youthfulness, an energetic passion, it seemed, for the work that they were doing. And when we were able to look through their work, the prior examples, and how they wrote about the work that they did.
Among those prior examples were works in Harlem, New York, Miami, Taipei, and their native land of Puerto Rico. Everywhere they've worked, Roberto and Celso have always paid close attention to the communities most impacted by their art. In Tampa, they always kept the history of the pool in mind.
The building being from the 1920s, we wanted to somehow recreate the atmosphere from the 20s. We decided to do the swimmer with the 1920s look, to kind of blend in with the actual architecture.
Ciro embedded itself into the community. They even held a hands-on workshop using their signature colorful tiles.
We get color from Mexico, Spain, Brazil.
The rich colors found within the mural are complemented by the form of the youthful swimmer at its center. It is truly an homage to the abundance of water and sun around Davis Islands. This is Melissa LeBaron for That Art Show.
Soon the world will have the opportunity to view Celso and Roberto's addition to the Davis Island Pool. Please visit the City of Tampa's website to get more information on the pool's grand reopening. We've all heard the saying, there's no I in team. Well, it's true. And it's the philosophy that one very talented musician lives by. She loves to make music in group settings. Melissa LeBaron has the story.
Meet Kathie Aagaard.
Do you want to hear the pitch difference?
Kathie has been playing the viola since the 3rd grade.
I'm sure that I've had a lot more opportunities on viola than I would have on violin.
And has spent most of her career in the string section of the Florida Orchestra.
I love the fact that the orchestra does not only the classical concerts, but the lighter coffee concerts, and the Pops concerts and Kitty's concerts, and on and on. It's great, the variety. I thoroughly enjoy it.
She also enjoys the smaller chamber music groups.
We're often kind of lost in the orchestra, and most of us that doesn't bother. We're not really soloists for the most part, but the chamber music gives us more of a chance to really be a more intimate, involved part of things. And yes, I do love playing chamber music.
But Kathie can't keep her hands in the classical vein. She likes to do a lot of other things, like folk fiddling.
Here we go.
Kathie picked up Scandinavian folk fiddling as a college student in Wisconsin. She's actually playing a hardanger, a traditional Norwegian instrument.
The languages have a different accent, a different feeling to them. So do the fiddling traditions from the different countries.
Although hooked on Scandinavian folk fiddling, relocating to Tampa led her to playing Celtic music. Each month, a group of advanced musicians gathers to play traditional Irish music at 4 Green Fields in South Tampa.
This is such a different kind of approach from the classical approach because this is all done by ear. It's a very distinct style, and I had to do a lot of unlearning.
Whether the tune is folk or classical, Kathie loves to be in the middle of things.
For me, it's also a lot about the harmonies and how things fit together rather than just a single melody line. Part of it is a social thing for me, too. I love doing it with people. It's an addiction. It really is, one of the good addictions.
Feel free to pop into 4 Green Fields the first Sunday of the month to listen to Kathie and her friends. Of course, if concert halls are more your style, you can catch Kathie with the Florida Orchestra. Just go to floridaorchestra.org to view the concert schedule. That's it for this edition of That Art Show. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. If you'd like to know more about art programs, check out our website at tampagov.net/arts. I'm Robin Nye, and from everyone here at That Art Show, thanks so much for joining us.